So hi everyone, welcome back to Phenomenal Beauty. So I'm going to be doing a little hair haul video, so just some new products, tools that I've picked up, and also a little vlog about where my hair is at the moment, because I've actually had a trim and some sort of colour, but I'll do that at the second half. What I'll do first, for those of you who just want to see what I actually picked up, I'll do those products and then I'll skip over and do a little vlog on that. So yes, anyway, let's just get straight to it, because I know I ramble. The first thing I picked up is the Agadir Argan Oil Hair Shield. Now a few years ago I actually tried the argan oil from Agadir, just the spray, and I absolutely loved it. So I forgot how much I really enjoyed the sort of spray mist form, because I've been trying different argan oils, Moroccan oils, you know, over the years. A lot of them are the pump, and inevitably you get so much product out and it just sort of goes everywhere. So when I picked up this Hair Shield Plus, I was just so thrilled to see that it's actually got the pump. I'm pretty sure I saw Lisa D1 mention this product, and it is really, really good. So it's a spray treatment. I mean, it's like the Tresemme hair tamer, you know, it's in that spray form, but it's actually the argan oil. And this is for heat protection 450 plus. This is Fahrenheit, so it's 232 degrees Celsius, so for us in Australia. So I really do love it. So I love it not just for when I'm doing my obviously straighten my hair as a hair shield. I also use it to when my hair is dry, to give it a little bit of shine in that, because it's been so lackluster lately, just really, really dry and very, very sad. Because at the end of, I've had all those the smoothing treatments, the keratin smoothing treatments, and it's just very fried. So this has been a saving grace to my hair. I really love it. And also, I'm trying to say, I picked a lot of this stuff up at my beauty supply store or salon. I just didn't want to sort of pay retail prices for a lot of this stuff. So obviously you might have your favorite beauty supply store or somewhere where you shop online. But yeah, that's sort of where I picked this up. You get 200 mils of product, but it smells great, feels great, and also what I normally do is I'll just spray a bit in the palm of my hand and then just sort of work it through, rather than the pump that just goes everywhere and it's missing on the bottle, or you can spray it straight on your hair, so just mist it over as you're straightening it, so when it's damp or when it's dry. So that's that. The next thing that I picked up, well, these are actually sort of all hair tools. I've been going on about all those hair detanglers and stuff like that, so I wanted to try a sort of a different style. Like a lot of the ones I got are the ones that you hold in the palm of your hand, or they're like the paddle form. I've been finding that's quite tiring, sort of when I'm trying to work through my very heavy, tangly hair. I mean, it looks straight now, but when my hair is wet, any sort of moisture or wetness on it, it just clumps up and it's really, really tight, and it's hard to sort of brush. So I've got this sort of style, so it's like you can hold it like that, and it's just so much easier when I'm doing the top of my hair. And this is from Ultra Smooth, is the brand, and I just think it looks really, really funky. And then when I stir it, I can just stir it on the edge of my little white container that you would have seen in my organization thing, just like that. It's just, which is really, really good, because a lot of these you do not store them like that, because it'll just damage the bristles, because they're only plastic. So the best way is either to have it like that, which is kind of hard with a lot of the brushes. So with that, flip, perfecto. So I love it for that, and it's only like 10 bucks. Like I said, a lot of the ones that you pick up, these bristle ones, they're pretty much of the muchness, and one of them I think I paid about $30, which is just ridiculous. Some of them maybe they got stronger plastic, but they pretty much do the same thing, so you don't need to pay an exorbitant amount of money. And then if you want to get maybe like a better brand or something like that, try and get it from a supply store or somewhere online. Last thing, which is definitely my favorite out of the new products I grabbed, is by Cricut, and it's again from the Ultra Smooth range. So that's what the Detangler was, sorry, it's by Cricut. You can see that. There's a nice strong sort of plastic, but this is actually infused with argan oil and keratin protein. So I think, gosh, it must have been, could be a year, even 2 years ago, I got the Moroccan oil brand, and it was like a very light tan colored or creamy colored comb infused with Moroccan or argan oil, and I absolutely loved it. And then I lost it. I'm pretty sure I lost it over in New Zealand, like I'd had it in my bag and it had fallen out. I love that comb because it sort of just more combing through my hair. It's nice and strong. The plastic, it combs through smoothly. It sort of glides because it's fused with the oil, but it also helps sort of condition the ends of my hair. And I really, really did miss it. So I found this brand. I've looked everywhere that I've gone into, whether it be a salon or a beauty supply store that I see has that brand or that range. They have different brushes and that, but they don't have the combs. Even online when I've been searching for it, the place that I've gone to that have it, it always seems to be sold out. So I'm not sure if they were discontinuing it or what. This brand, and it feels exactly the same, but I actually like the style a little bit better. What I might do is sort of put a little clip thing through there and put it in my bag so I don't lose it again, but I love it. So this will be one that I just travel with, and I can sort of touch my hair up when it's dry during the day, and voila. So I really, really love it. So very happy with that one. And it was, gosh, it must have been about $6 or so. The next couple of products I picked up are from Wet. I don't know if it's the Wet Comb. It says Wet Comb on here, but it's all those sort of brushes and lines that you can use when your hair's wet, obviously for the shower, etc., or the beach. I picked up a comb. So I love these sort of combs as well. I love the ones that are quite sturdy because my hair is very, very stubborn, and I have snapped combs. So I don't want those thin, flimsy plastic ones. My hair just doesn't do well with those. So it's the Wet Comb. And this is good sort of just when I want a quick sort of brush through in the shower, or I want to sort of take this to the beach or anything, just light that I can throw in my bag. That one has been a really good one. And I love the conditioning combs. Like on the very few days that I want to wear my hair natural and I want that nice wave, I love conditioning combs. Those are the ones that have the overlapping 2 prongs. But this one's also good as well to get that nice wave through my hair if I want to maybe go for a beachy wave, which is very rare, but this has been great for that. And I also picked up a little mini wet brush. So you can get the large sort of paddle ones. I mean, obviously you can see how small this is. This is good for detangling as well. I got it to use for my son as well, sort of when his hair's wet, just to sort of brush it through nicely so it's not snagging his little hair. So this is good. It's also good to throw in the bag. Again, if you're going to the beach or out, you don't want a big sort of brush to sort of comb through your wet hair or your damp hair. So this is great as well. Because inevitably too, like if we go to the park, my son goes for the sprinklers and I always end up wet, and so this is good too, just quickly brush it through so I don't end up with a big tangly mess. So those are those. So those are the newer products that I've picked up. I wanted to show you some of the 2 ones that I've been sort of going back to. I haven't mentioned these 2 products enough is what I'm trying to say. One is from the Trichovedic range that I keep showing all the shampoos, and that these are the keratin based ones. This is the HydroSpa Moisture Surge. I think I showed this once, but I really should mention it more. It's for dry, damaged, coloured hair. Mine's the whole smorgasbord. That's one you get from salons, but it's one of those leave-in treatments. So it's just that thick, it's like thick conditioner or that thick white sort of treatment. It smells great. It's good to leave in my sort of damp hair. I've even sometimes put it through sort of my dry hair. Just sort of really gets that sort of moisture sort of in it because it really, really needs it. Honestly, my hair lately has felt like those silver scouring brushes or those, you know, thank you, the wire, it's my son, the wiry ones you clean pots with or stainless steel sinks with. Ugh. But very good. So I've been going back to that, saving grace. And one thing that I've been traveling in my bag too as well, because my hair's just been is this Color Wow 1 minute transformation styling cream. I think I showed the full size bottle a little while ago. This is my little travel mini one, and I've got the full one. This is just when I want to sort of smooth my hair down, I want to style it. Maybe I've been out, especially in these very humid days that we've been having in Sydney. My hair is just gone, you know, you get that sort of halo of hair, or buffiness. I just have natural buffiness, and this has been great. So I'm now throwing it in my bag. So when I'm out and it's just like, yay, sort of work it through just the ends. I never put any of that sort of stuff around here because I can get quite oily. So this is all the dry part. Work it around there. Great, contains it. So that has been really good. And I got actually this from TVSN when I got that. The blonde, what is it? The blonde powder. Anyway, so that's what I got. That's there. So now to the vlog. So if you want to cut out now, that's perfectly understandable. But I put all the products down below, as well as links to the keratin smoothing treatments and everything else. They'll all be down there. So make sure you always check the description box. Anyway, so with my hair, you might notice, or maybe not, but my hair is actually quite a bit shorter. I've probably lost about 2 inches off the length. My hair, and it's not that long ago, it was just, as you've seen in the other videos, just long and sort of lank. Now I've had 2 keratin smoothing treatments. It was at the end of I should have gone really probably end of January for it, but I'm going this week hopefully to get that keratin smoothing treatment. Really has made a difference because I've sort of left it over time, 3 to 4 months. I really feel the difference. It's so fried, and I think the last sort of color job that I had, if you've noticed the last couple of videos, my hair's more been a brown chocolate, so I sort of went sort of an ashy blonde brown, then I went over blonde and it was sort of orangey and yellowy, and then I went sort of like a chocolate. It really fried my hair. I mean, obviously highlighting is damaging on bleaching, but definitely even just dyeing your hair, just terrible. But what happened was I actually went in, what I wanted to do was sort of go slightly darker, but I still wanted the highlights, sort of what I've got sort of now at the moment, and sort of, you know, touch up the roots and all that little stuff. What I walked away from was sort of dark chocolatey brown hair, not what I wanted. I didn't have the highlights. I had bright, sort of really strong burgundy red roots. You might have seen it in the video. It's hard, sort of, unless I got in the light, but it was a light. It was a band. It sounds like a blog, red roots, but it was literally red roots. And I sort of was sitting there as they're drying the hair, and I'm going, you know, that moment of, oh no, but oh no, it'll wash out, that's fine, no, that's fine, it's all right. And they seemed like confident with it and happy, and I'm thinking, oh, maybe it's just me, maybe when I get out in the light and when I wash it's fine. I washed and washed and washed my hair, and I think I even damaged it more, because when my other hairdresser that's tried to fix the damage was saying, oh, you know, you should only be shampooing your hair here, and then all your conditioner and your treatments obviously from here. But when I shampoo, I was doing those Pantene ads, you know, where you have it all shampooed through and you're trying to do all that, because I was trying to sort of wash it out. It didn't wash out. It was supposed to be semi-permanent. I think they put a permanent in or something, but she was trying to explain maybe my hair is so porous, which it is, it probably just soaked it up. So even though it's a semi-permanent, it just took that color and it just hugged that color, and it just really was terrible. It's still bad, I think, at the moment, but it's a lot better than what it was, and it was patchy. You noticed, if you sort of saw it up close and felt it, it was really, really dry and yucky. It's got a bit more moisture in it. I've been trying all these different treatments and that, and not shampooing here, just there, and then conditioning here feels so much better. And also when I got it cut, much better. So it feels a lot more healthy, and I think when I get the keratin smoothing treatment, it's going to feel divine. That's what I sort of missed. I noticed my hair was really buffing up. It was really taking all that moisture from the humidity. It was really going frizzy. It wouldn't hold the style, because the keratin treatment had sort of pretty much come out of it, and I really have noticed the difference. So for my type of hair and everything I was doing to it, I really need that, not necessarily need that keratin treatment. Even if I stopped all the sort of colouring and dyeing and that, my hair is naturally very wiry. I get that from my dad's side of the family. He had really wiry, coarse sort of hair, and mine's a mixture of my mum's very thick hair. She was, you know, very pale, the green eyes, the red auburn hair, and my dad was the sort of like the Maori side, very sort of wiry, dark, thick black hair, and I got a mixture of the two, and it's just, my hair is fine, coarse, thick, thin, straight, wiry, curly, and wavy. If you saw my hair naturally, you'd understand what I mean by it. It's a lot of different things. It's not just one type of hair, like my skin as well. I think because of my naturally mixed colouring that I have, it is actually quite confusing, is the best way I can put it. So when I try to get different cuts and colours and all that, they can't really tell until after. So I do understand. So I think when I get that keratin treatment, it's going to be so much better. Anyway, as far as the colour, you can see it's all a bit confused, but when I go back, when I get the keratin treatment, I'm going to get some more highlights and some sort of more base colour, what do you call it, like low lights and highlights, just make it look more natural, like a proper sort of shade of brown that will suit me, and just some ashy little blonde, and that's pretty much it. I'm going to go darker for winter, so that's that. As far as the cut, I had that very severe straight cut, and like I said, it was probably about down here. The reason I do that with my sort of thick wiry hair, I tend to weigh it down rather than with product. I do it with the hair weight, or actually pull it down rather than buffing out. But because it was so dry and everything, as soon as it would, any moisture, because the heat, it just goes woof. And when I tried to curl it a couple of times, like I've done recently, it just goes woof, and then like ugh, and dry and yucky. So I ended up getting like a nice taper cut, so it looks more softer, I think. And I think for my age, I can't have such brutal sort of cuts in that, because it just draws attention to all the wrong things. And even with my makeup, I've tried to go a little bit softer with the brows and everything, and even my eyes and that a lot softer. But I've got that sort of dark lip, which I'll mention at the end. But so I've got that nice sort of taper. I even got it thinned out, which it needed it because of all the damage. But also, here's my son. I had really damaged, not damaged, it was really like a thick wool blanket because of the heat. So I got it thinned out from underneath here. And it feels so much better, because literally, even when I had a little bit of my hair up, when I had that back portion out, it felt like a big shawl of wool. on my shoulders, and it was just horrible. So I got that all thinned out, feels so much better. But it thinned out in a way I can still have my hair up, and the longest, what do you call it, the shortest bit will still allow it to sort of go up. And also I didn't get my hair thinned this way. Every time I've had my hair thinned, and I had to be very specific when I was explaining to her what I wanted, and I said it about 3 or 4 times, because a couple of times I've gone to different hairdressers, even to ones I've gone to regularly, unless you keep going over and over it, because they're trying to serve different people at the same time, is that they sort of forget something, or I got a mindset of what they think that you should have, and not listening maybe to what you actually want. Anyway, I've always had my hair thin from this way down, or from sort of like the out portion and then sort of a little bit underneath. It doesn't work on my hair, because what happens, it goes poof, because they're looking at the end result. When my hair's nice and straight, kind of works, but as soon as it gets the moisture, it just goes vajum. So what I didn't get any of this thinned. I got all that underneath thinned, and a little bit here was thinned, nothing around here, because that is what goes whoosh when my hair is layered or thinned out. So that made a huge difference to it, but it was good because it's not going to allow all this portion, and even some of the natural damage that sort of break off, so it's not going to exaggerate that. And another reason was I didn't want to get it sort of too much thinned, is when you get all those chunky layers and your hair gets split, it's so hard to work all that out. If it's just one length or a little bit more controlled in the length, it's a lot easier to get rid of all those sort of drier bits. Anyway, you know what I mean. So it's not, you're not looking and you got like hair bracket here, split end, and it looks like all these bits of hay that you've got stuck in your hair. You know what I mean. Anyway, that's pretty much it. That's sort of where I am. I'll do an after shot and also discussion about when I get the keratin treatment and all that, sort of to go over that as my final hair journey. And then from pretty much then, I'm just going to slightly go darker with a little bit of highlights to lift it. But I want to go back more natural. I think it just sort of suits my colouring. I love the blonde. I love how I look with the blonde. But literally after a couple of days, it sort of goes yellow and orange, and the maintenance is ridiculous. My son's now playing with his Thomas the Tank train, so I better go. But yeah, it was the maintenance and the money, it was just too much. But I just wanted to mention this dark lip I've been enjoying is actually Fig Jam, and this is by Revlon Color Burst. I actually really enjoy it. It is like a burgundy brown, the best way I can describe it, but a nice sheer. It's a lot sort of more friendly, I think, on my lip than a lot of sort of brighter reds. And then over the top of it, I've just got this sort of golden gloss, bronzy gloss that will show up, just to give it a little bit of sheen in that. It's probably looking a little bit more brutal now because I've got all the shadowing on my face, and I've probably aged about 10 years, but that's what I got on. I enjoy it. I had to come down here anyway. My husband's using the study, and I'm watching my son. So that's that. I'm also doing my makeup course. It's been really enjoyable. I just started it. So we shall see. I got another 2.5 months to go, and I've got some master classes to do. I also want to do an airbrush course and some more in-depth stuff on mature makeup. So I've got all that sort of to come. That's sort of, so pretty much I'm going to be doing courses throughout the year with makeup and that, and probably different certs and that, and decide what I want to do from there as well. And yes, anyway guys, take care. I hope you enjoy my little rambles, and I'll see you soon on my other hair vlog. Bye.